What's up, y'all? I'm ready to react to this Cbilliam story. Let's see how this goes.
And get and just about the street life in general with hopes of motivating somebody to make better decisions, to change their mind about committing crime and just live a good lifestyle. Whatever it is you want to accomplish or achieve in life, you can do it the legit way. You don't have to break the law and end up going to prison, because you could go to prison and never make it out. Do the right thing. I've been telling y'all for 2 years that out the streets that you weak. Oh, you gang, make a mistake, them gon' whoop your feet. Sound too goofy to me. When I'm tired, you gotta leave. Nobody around when I can see. I had a dream, the person I love the most killed me in my sleep. Yeah. What up, though? It's your big homie, Bill Feezy. Y'all already know what we doing, what we got going on tonight. So listen, bro, let me tell y'all about this time. I had made something to eat, bro. I don't know what I did. I did something. I think I put too much mayonnaise in the in the tuna or what, bro. And then I did put a little ranch in there too, because I was trying to listen to something somebody else was saying, and I put it on top of the.
Hold on, Cbilliam. Hey, I'm about to set up my 3D printer. So I'm be doing something while I'm watching this Cbilliam story. One sec. I'm gonna let it play now.
Pocket, but bro, when I say my stomach was messed up, I had the BGs for real. What day they said the bubble guts. I had my own cell. That's the good thing, because you don't want to have the BGs with a roommate, bro. It's just not a good thing, because you got to keep asking them every 2 minutes to step out the room, keep throwing the tissue in the door. Don't nobody want to deal with that. Using the bathroom all day, stomach going crazy. That bitch had too much grave on it. And I hear these people screaming, new intake on the wall. So I come down the stairs, I go to the window, I see the circle.
When yo say it got too much gravy on it, I mean it was just hard. It was hard as shit for real. Like they like what they see, or however you want to put it.
13, they got that cart that you pull, stacked up with property. You see a bunch of people walking. So they stopping at buildings here, they stopping at a building there, stop at a building there, drop people off. So as they coming over here, bro, my room was the only room open in the dorm. So I'm like, bro, please don't bring nobody up here. I don't even want no roommate tonight, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been riding about a good week.
On YouTube. Hold on. What?
What program did they talk about?
Dang it. They sent me a list of programs. I gotta see. I'm on YouTube live right now, recording a video.
Week, I want to keep this thing going as long as I can. I don't even want a roommate. So when they get right in front of our building, they got 3 people. I'm like, please take them next door. Please take them next door. So they all went inside next door. So I'm like, yes. And then they came back out, bro, with one dude. So they made him go in there with them at first. So they don't, he ain't just out on the walk, then something happened, they be responsible. So they dropped 2 guys off in that dorm and came over with this one. But while I'm looking at this dude, he light skinned, about my height, probably a tad bit taller than me, kind of skinny, nappy little afro. But the man got tattoos all over his face, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, damn, I ain't about to bring this clown in here, man. You know what I'm saying? And I can't hear what he's saying because I'm on the other side of the glass. But I see he like getting smart with the 13. You know what I'm saying? He think he fly, nigga done popped his collar 2-3 times. You know what I'm saying? One of the 13 was like, I couldn't hear what he was saying, but I see him like, you know what I'm saying? Basically telling him like, all right. He must ain't know how they got down at this camp, because they'll whoop that ass. They bring him in our dorm, where they got him in the Salvatore area first. 13 go inside the booth, talk to the officer, come outside the booth, come in here, tell everybody to line up on the door. Sometimes they do this, not all the time, but at a level 5 prison, sometimes they do, just to see if there's any, different body language, to see if there's any smoke, if anybody got anything to say about this person. They usually do that, if something done just happened, if something just popped off recently or whatever the case, because they'll just send them to the hole if they feel like they finna have to run back down here and get them out anyway. So they make everybody line up against the door. 13 said anybody got a problem with him, anything like that. Everybody like, nah, we don't even know him. They leave out. Man, the second they leave out, that man say, man, where the fuck them GDs at? Ski, ski. Y'all nigga know what the fuck going on? Big boss shit over here, man. Where them GDs at, man? And he dropped his property at first, but he had his mat, and then he had a little bag he had. And he dropped the mat, and then that on top of the mat, pulled up his pants, talking about, man, where them GDs at? Where them GDs at? So here's the thing. You got to be careful because it could be one or two things. It could be, exactly what he's saying, and he trying to get up with his people, and that's just the way he is, or he's extra, whatever. Or it could be a sneak attack, bro. Sometimes I have seen situations where people, then came in all extra, and they got a vendetta. They got something against this group for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? It could be something that happened to them, and they made a promise to themselves. Next time they let me out the hole, I don't give a damn. Whoever affiliated with this, I'm finna bust them in the face with a candy bar, or such and such killed my brother. I'm finna get smoked with any of them. So you got to be careful when people come in like that. I was already right here by the window downstairs. You know what I'm saying? I'm the closest to this individual. On the low, pull my candy bar off my hip, and I kind of clutch it like inside my hand just in case it's some funny business. And but this man making all this noise, this whole dorm staring at him. Even all the other GDs in the dorm ain't even say nothing because they looking. Because bro, you don't move like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? They all looking like, what's up with home? So I step over there. I take a few steps over there. I'm like, hey, what's up, bro? What's up? What you GD? He like, hell yeah, big boss shit. Big old COS, big boss shit. Boss shit ain't never lost shit. Big tell OG, big COS. Come on, man. So now I'm like, okay, maybe he ain't on that. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, what you're claiming, bro, it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't come to no new prison telling me that you this and I mean, maybe, you was of this ranking somewhere else, but you don't just come here. It don't apply no more unless you just up through there like you run shit with the state type thing. So that's something to consider. So I'm like, come on up here, G. You know what I'm saying? So I grab his mat, I grab the little bag. He's still standing around looking. I'm like, what's up, bro? He like, shit, the guys ain't gonna come help me with my shit. You the only one in here? I'm like, folk, you could grab your own bag. So he grabbed the bag with an attitude, bro. Talking about, come on, man. Big boss, bro. Big boss, bro. I'm supposed to get greeted the right way, bro. The damn bag, damn to knock this little ass off his feet. He got that. That's about why he ain't want to carry. Weak ass nigga. So I put the candy bar back. I stick it in my pocket. We go upstairs. I see some of the guys coming this way, like coming from around there. I see they all finna meet me at my room. Feel me? So we walk in the room. I go in the room. I throw the mat on the top bunk. He come in behind me. Soon he come in, like, four of my guys flush in the room. They pull the door up. So they like, shit, what's going? Y'all GD or what? I ain't with none of that. I don't know what niggas on. Niggas think they finna pop on me. But GD ain't going no bad. You know what I'm saying? And my guys ain't saying nothing. I said, folks. And then he looked over. He like, what's up? I was like, G, what is you doing, folks? Since when GD move like that? Why is you coming in here making all that noise, bro? Like, what is you? Oh, that just me, bro. That just tight, nigga. I ain't on my own play, bro. I don't play. You call, ask about me. I've been punching niggas out camp to camp, and I got this GD shit. This shit running my blood. I carry this shit on my back, bro. That's just me. I just talk loud. You feel me? I'm big old boss. That's how this shit go. So, bro, who was over the security in the dorm, he walked in the room. And while bro was talking, he was like, hey, excuse me, G. Pardon me real quick. Pardon me. So bro was like, what's up? He was like, listen, bro. He basically said the same shit I said, but in a more aggressive way. And then Tello G was like, oh, that's just me, folk. That's just how I talk. That's just how I act. I got ADHD. That's just me. Woo-doo-doo. And bro was like, well, what I'm telling you is that ain't how we operate nowhere. But especially in here, the way I'm running this, the way me and my guys been, we don't operate like that. So if you feel like you're gonna be extra, making all that damn noise, all that GD this, we don't do that, bro. We need this shit to be to the point where if an opposition came in this dorm and said, I'm about to randomly pop one of these GDs, we need to move in a way that he can't even identify us. He don't even know who is and who ain't. Don't do that, bro. All that loud GD screaming this and this, you do that shit again, I'm gonna violate you, bro. We don't operate like that. You know what I'm saying? So tell OG kinda calmed down a little bit. He kind of started talking a little normal and stuff. So they do the appropriate stuff. He told me to get a dude, the paperwork and stuff that he needed to fill out. And then they took him through a process where they was just talking to him, just seeing, you ask person a question, couple questions when they say they're part of a group, gang, organization, whatever the hell you want to call it. And he seemed straight though. I told him I'm gonna give him some space, you know what I'm saying, let him unpack his stuff, get himself together. I leave out the room. So I leave out the room, me and one of the other guys, they're like, yeah, that nigga extra, bro. I don't like that nigga. I'm like, just get a brother a chance. He's extra for sure. And I definitely ain't finna have no loud extra nigga in my room. That's just not something we doing. We just not, we don't even play like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, just get a brother a chance. Bro told him, you know what I'm saying? We told him that we ain't on that, we ain't moving like that. You know what I'm saying? You just never know. Give him a chance. You know what I'm saying? So they like, yeah, you right. So while me and bro right here talking, big bro, who over security, he stick his head out the door and did like this, telling us to come here. When we go in there, he was like, pull that door up. So I pulled the door up. I'm like, what's up, bro? He was like, yeah, tell official. I said, he official? He said, yeah, I just talked to the security at the prison he came from. They say he official for sure, but it's just something that was crazy. I said, what? He was like, when I described how he came in here, all that loud shit, all that popping, they said he wasn't on none of that down there. I said, no. He said, yeah. I said, did you ask him about where he said he been camp to camp punching shit out? And he said, yeah. They say, man, that man ain't never had a fight. I said, what? He said, yeah, bro. I said, ain't no way, bro. He was like, bro, I'm telling you that's what they said, but he official for sure now. He was like, but I don't know what he got going on, what angle he on. He said, but I'm telling you now, he get in some shit. He seems like he on any forms of bullshit. Y'all gonna violate that brother and y'all putting him on the door. Cause we running a nice shift around here. I ain't got time for no bullshit, no none of that. So I'm like, yeah, for sure. So I say about 2 days went by. I tell OG, he seemed like he was all right. He was annoying. He kept asking me for shit. Gee, let me use your brush. Gee, let me use your comb. Gee, you got an extra pack of noodles. Gee, you got an extra pair of socks. Like, it was just always something. He definitely was kind of annoying, but he turned out to be all right. You know what I'm saying? And one day I saw him and a dude, probably a couple days after he been in the dorm, this dude named Tutu. Now, here's the thing. Tutu, he's cool as a fan. He's a civilian. He don't bother nobody. But Tutu was built like that for sure. Like I done seen this man stand up against 10, 5 whole groups before. You know what I'm saying? Don't do nothing but work out. But he got AIDS. Everybody know he got it. He go take medicine for it every single day. He cool though. He do straight up business. You know what I'm saying? He don't really, you know what I'm saying? Like he don't bother nobody. He's straight. Even though we in gangland and we at a level 5 prison, don't nobody mess with Tutu. Of course, because they know he got that stuff, and then everybody think if I fight him and one of us go to bleed and I'm gonna catch it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got that. And then there used to be a joke in prison where people would say like, "Boy, what if you got down fight Tutu and then you catch it because some blood got on you? How you gonna go explain that to your family? They ain't gonna believe you fought no nigga with AIDS. They gonna think you was in here on some funny shit." So, people used to always say little stuff like that. But I don't know what they down there talking about. I don't know what's going on. All I know is I was just leaving out Big Bro room. I was walking this way. I was getting ready to bend the corner to turn left to go to my room. And then Tutu, they standing in each other's face, but it didn't look like no animosity, no nothing. Tutu was shorter than Tello G too. Bro, next thing I know, Tutu snatches his shirt off. He had a do-rag on, snatched the do-rag off and said, "Nigga, you a bitch. You a bitch. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Nigga, everybody know I'm a stand up, nigga. I've been locked up 12 years. I ain't never went out like no hoe. I don't give no fuck about no nigga being in no gangs or nothing. You a bitch. I'm telling you to your face right now, you a bitch. So I'm like, what the fuck? So instantly, I go walking a little faster trying to get down the steps. And then I see a couple of my other guys going down there. And then tell OG say, ski, man, where them GDs at? Then they got like fucked up, nigga. I'm a big boss, nigga. Big GD, nigga. I smack you with the rakes, nigga. And Tutu said, fuck, nigga, you smack me with anything, I'm gonna knock your bitch ass out, nigga. You a hoe, nigga. You a hoe, nigga. Matter of fact, come in the room and catch this one, bro. And then Tutu went to walking away. Tello didn't walk behind him. So right when I came down the first flight of steps, I was like, hey, Tello, come here real quick, G. He looked over at me, and then he turned back. He said, nah, fuck that shit. I ain't playing with this pussy ass nigga. And he turned back and looked at Tutu. Tutu, I heard him saying, pussy ass nigga, fuck nigga, who you talking to? So I was coming down the steps, the second flight of steps. Now I'm on the floor where they're at. Bro, the second I turned to the right to face them, to prepare to walk up on them, Tutu walked straight up on Tello G and smacked the dog shit out of this man, bro.
Damn, Tello, what you gonna do, Tello?
You got to watch part 2 to see what happened next.
Come on.
Hey, y'all got denim? Hold on the website, y'all? Ain't no way you guys are a print on the.
Bruh, so it's like the smack was so loud, bruh. It was like it sounded off. The whole dorm got quiet, bro. Everybody in the dorm like got silent, bro. I ain't even gonna cap. I was walking up on him when Tutu smacked Tello G. Bro, I even stopped in my tracks and was like, you know what I'm saying? Like my jaw dropped. Now I'm thinking about what Big Bro said about, you know, them folks said he ain't he official, but he ain't cut like that. He ain't been through all that. But at the same time, I'm looking at his presentation, his demonstration. Well, his presentation, because I just know what he's saying and the way he's behaving. And you got some people that be turned up like Tello G was, and they really be cut like that for real. And then some people don't. But I didn't even know what to do at that point. So I go to looking around. I see Big Bro, whoever security, leaning against the rail like this. He ain't saying nothing. It's his place to say something. He didn't say nothing. He looks at me and do like this. But I'm looking back at them, and I see one of my guys, little young dude, we had just made him what he was. He like 19 years old. But I see him coming from like by the shower area, walking up to where Tutu and Tello G standing at, and just pulled a candy bar out his pocket. So I know Big Brother just told me, come here, bro. I got to stop you because I know he finna try to defend Tello G and bust Tutu with the candy bar. And that's just too much going on right now. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of shoot over here to him. I grab him. I'm like, hold on, what you doing, G? And he like, man, I'm finna pop this fuck nigga. He just slapped one of the brothers. The whole time all this going on, Tello G is just standing there. This man ain't did nothing. Nah, he's standing there looking stupid, looking like a nigga that just got smacked. Just standing there looking dumb. So when little bro say that, and I'm like, hell no, folks, you ain't finna do that. That's when Big Bro was like, Cbilliam. And I looked up. He was like, y'all boy, come here, man. Y'all boy, come here. So I told him, I'm like, come on, man, put that file up. You tripping. We go up the steps. So all my guys who was downstairs are just posted up right there. I see everybody going to his room. Why, when I make it to the door of his room, I look over my shoulder, Tello G behind me. I'm like, damn, nigga, how the hell you get up here that quick? You know what I'm saying? But I look at him, I'm like, what the hell you doing, folks? He like, shit, Big Bro said everybody come here. I said, gee, a nigga just smacked you, bro. A nigga just smacked you in your face, a grown man, bro. Shit, man, Big Bro said everybody come in his room. So we went in the room. Man, if looks could kill, man, Big Bro was staring Tello G down, bro. Came in there and closed the door. He said, first off, this is what I'm going to let you know. He pointed at Tello G. He said, first off, this is what I'm going to let you know. That man, Tutu, he got AIDS. Everybody knows it. But I need you to explain to me and make it make perfectly sense what just happened. How did that occur? And Tello said, man, big bro, we was in goddamn chow hall early. So I'm in chow waiting on my tray. You feel me? This fuck nigga gonna tell me, I jumped in front of him, I cut him in line, some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I told him, like, bro, come on, man, I'm a big old boss, man, big GD shit, bro. You tripping. But the thing is, I didn't even jump in front of the nigga, bro. The nigga just wigged out or something. Big bro said, you lying. He said, God damn, G, you gonna take a CV? He was saying a civilian. You gonna take a CV word over your own brother? He said, I've been in there doing with Tutu for 4 years. I know how that man operates. That man is a chain gang vet. That man don't disrespect nobody. That man is not wigging out. That man don't just do that. He said, and you know just how animated and extra you is. If that man tell me you cut him in line, I'm 100% believing him over you. Yes. And Tello G was like, man, that shit crazy, big bro. He was like, but anyway, the fuck nigga told me. And before he even finished talking, one of the other brothers was like, hey, bro, why you keep calling the man a fuck nigga? Like, he just a hoe or something, and he just smacked you. That shit really pissing me off, bro. Because you keep talking about the nigga, the fuck nigga, the bitch ass nigga, the nigga this and this. How he all that when he just smacked the shit out you? And you ain't got no straightening, nigga. You making us look bad.
Jobber payments is super dope because the clients can just pay the invoice and leave a tip. So yeah,
So Tello G like brushed him off and went back to talking to Big Bro. He was like, shit, nigga told me I'ma see about you later on. You know what I'm saying? So shit, I saw the nigga out there watching TV and I asked the nigga like, what you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Bro, everybody in this room was confused, bro. So basically, you had a situation with Tutu. You pushed up on him, asking him like, nigga, what's up? What you talking about? Got smacked and didn't do nothing. Didn't do nothing. So I said, out of irritation and aggravation, I said, so folk, why didn't you do nothing? This nigga looked me in my eyes and said, man, Big Bro said everybody come up here to his room real quick. I said, bro, that was 30 seconds after the nigga smacked you. Why you didn't been did nothing? He was like, man, you know, I like to run everything by the guys, you know what I'm saying? I like to run everything by security. Shit, I'm GD at the end of the day, but you know, nigga, I'm subordinate, you know what I'm saying? I like to see what the majority on. I said, so let me tell you something, bro. If I go out here right now and the nigga smack me, I'm not coming to ask y'all nothing. I'm finna commence to breaking my foot off that nigga ass. Before he could say anything else, Big Bro over security, he was like, Cbilliam, go down there, holla at Tutu. Asked him what happened. So I left out the room. I don't know what they in there talking about. I leave out the room. I go down there to Tutu. Tutu still standing in the middle of the floor with his shirt off. I go down there. I'm like, say, Tutu, hit up, what's up, CBN? I was like, what the hell going on? What the hell just happened, bro? I'm just trying to get both sides of the story. He said, listen, bro, you already know me, CBN. You know I'm humble. You know I ain't no goof ass nigga in there. He said, bro, we was in the line for child, bro. And I was in line. This man was standing behind me, and they said, this the last tray, and then it's a 15-minute wait on the meat patties. He said, so, you know, I'm excited. I'm about to get my tray. Them niggas in line got to wait 15 minutes. He said, bro, this man jumped straight in front of me and grabbed the tray, bro. And I had to sit there and wait. So before he left off with the tray, I asked him, like, damn, bro, you just going to jump in front of me? He said, bro, this nigga threw some pitchforks in my face and said, fuck, nigga, I'm big GD. Don't play with me, and walked off. So I told the nigga, I'm going to see about you later. But, bro, when I came to the dorm, I thought about it. I was like, you know what? I ain't even finna fuck with these niggas, bro. Like, I ain't studying these niggas, you know what I'm saying? And he said, bro, I'm sitting here watching the game. He said, this man came up to me, tapped me on the shoulder. I looked up at this man, and this man said, what you talking about? What you was talking about earlier? What you talking about? He said, bro, that shit made me so mad because I left the situation alone. He said, so I jumped up and asked the fuck nigga what he was talking about. And then I feel like, you know, when a nigga went to calling for y'all, and it looked like a few of y'all went to walking up, I feel like the bitch ass nigga turned up more. And that pissed me off more. So I smacked the shit out of that nigga. Cause the nigga, you feel me, nigga tried me, bro. Like, I ain't with none of that. And I shoot him as one. And I give him a one. You know what I'm saying? We can go on hit, get this out the way real quick. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, for sure. Push off. I go back up there to the room. When I go back up there to the room, as soon as I walk through the door, Big Bro was in Tello G face. He said, nigga, I already told you when you first came in his dorm, you better not be on none of that extra shit. All that shit you running around here talking about some big GD this, big GD that, blah, blah, blah. Nigga, I told you don't do that. So you around here doing it anyway. So you already in violation for that. That's number one. Then number two, you flexing, home. You flexing. So bro, like, bro, I don't do no flex. He said, nigga, such and such, security such and such told me at the last prison, nigga, you ain't never even been in a fight, nigga. He said, you wasn't around that bitch doing none of that hooping and hollering, bro. You coming in here trying to, I guess, keep a nigga off your ass, trying to set the bar to let a nigga know not to mess with you. Bro, that's not how you do it, bro. That's not how you do time, G. You know, the type of niggas know in the back of their mind not to fuck with. A nigga that's humble, a nigga that's quiet, a nigga that just do his time, don't bother nobody, but don't go for nothing strange. Not no nigga running around here screaming, making all this noise. Cause niggas like me know the empty wagon make the most noise. So in other words, the one who ain't really built like that is gonna be the one running around here acting and pretending like they really built like that. So Brian say now. So he was like, so I'm saying, what y'all brothers think? How y'all brothers feel like this should be dealt with? I say, let Tell OG go handle his own business. 2 1 man, and he a civilian. Ain't nobody trying to group up, do nothing. You know what I'm saying? He his own man. He a civilian, but I know he got AIDS. And you know, if this brother go out there and something happened and he contracted some type of way, that should have fall back on me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying how y'all feel. Everybody except 2 people was like, man, fuck that. He a grown man, bro. That man smacked you, bro. You gotta handle your business, bro. And then the other 2 was like, shit, we'll just go pop 2 ass with the candy bars. You know what I'm saying? Just so it ain't no tussling, ain't no scratching, ain't no he finna get a hold of a nigga, we finna mix blood, none of that. We'll just straight up run up on him with the candy bar, flip him, get him up out of here. But that's only 2. That's not the majority. So of course, don't nobody listen to that. Then Big Bro asks, Tell OG. He was like, what you think, bro? How you feel? How you feel like handling this situation? Tell OG said, man, I ain't fighting no nigga with AIDS. I don't give a fuck. I'm a good nigga. I'm humble. I'm willing to let that shit go. I ain't fighting no niggas with AIDS. And it was just so crazy because
Whoa. What's that? I just built a budgeting app in Base 44. Guys, Nina just built an app.
impossible. Ignorant. I understand the part of you saying you're not fighting a person like this because in all actuality, we don't know how that stuff really works, bro. We don't know that if we fight this person and, you know, he punched me in the lip and I'm bleeding and a sweat driplet from his fist hit my cut lip. I don't know if I'm going to have this. We don't know how it works. So I understand that part, but I just can't respect it, bro, because it's like, bro, you just came here doing all that popping. You just came here making all that noise. You just came here doing all this goofy activity, and another grown man open-handed smacked the skin off your monkey ass. And you in here talk about Big Bro said everybody come to his room. Like, it's just hard to respect something like that. You know what I'm saying? Big Bro was right there on his phone texting for a minute. I guess he was talking to some other people or whatever the case. And he put the phone back down on his bed. He said, hey, Tell OG, you got to go handle your business. He said, that's one man. He a civilian. It is what it is. I don't let the other guys know what's going on. Hey, bro, you got to straighten your face. You got to handle your business. You got to. Or your ass 9 times out of 10 getting put on that door. You're not finna be in here making me and my brothers look bad. Because everybody know we ain't going out bad. So you not finna come in here and be a bad representation of us. Bro, go handle your business. Tell OG said, I ain't fighting no nigga with AIDS. Big bro said, bro, go handle your business. He said, I ain't fighting no nigga with AIDS. He said, bro, get the fuck out my room, go handle your business. So Tell OG push out the room real quick. Big bro told me look out the window, see what he doing. I looked out the window. I said, he just went in the room. He said, all right, y'all boy good, man. Shit. I just told Big Bro them. They told me, you know, let him handle his own business at the end of the day. So hey, man, it's clear on me. Ain't nothing, feel me, if anything happen, it ain't falling back on me. You know, long as don't nothing get out of hand, don't nobody seriously get hurt or nothing. He was like, but shit, that's just what it is for now. Y'all just keep an eye on that brother. But I'm gonna give him a little time to go handle his business. But when it's all said and done, he finna take multiple violations. So, you know, we flush out the room. We leave out the room. Everybody like, hey, man, you know, it is what it is. What you gonna keep an eye on him? I got to keep an eye on little bro too, because he keep on saying, man, anything go wrong, I'm going to just up the candy bar. I'm going to just up the candy bar. You know what I'm saying? All this type stuff. So I'm telling him, like, nah, chill. You heard what bro said now. You heard what bro said. You know what I'm saying? So I make my way over there to the room. One of the guys was walking with me. I walk in the room. Bro, you ain't going to believe what I saw when I opened the door. Tell OG doing push-ups. Bro, I was so disappointed, bro. I said, folks, what are you doing? Why is you in here doing push-ups? This man talking about, I want to beat the nigga ass so bad. But I ain't fighting no nigga with AIDS. I ain't fighting no nigga with AIDS. It's a knock at my door. Little bro pushed the door open. It's Tutu. Tutu like, hey, Cbilliam, you know, I ain't gonna disrespect your room. You know, I'm Chang for real. I know how to move. I know what to do, what not to do. He was like, but I'm just trying to see what's up. Me and your brother finna shoot a one, so I can go back to watching the game, or we ain't finna fight. We finna fight. Like, what we finna do? Tell OG go to screaming, I ain't fighting no nigga with AIDS. I ain't fighting no nigga with AIDS. Tutu say, fuck nigga, I ain't got AIDS. I got HIV, nigga. And I take medicine for it every day, nigga. I'm non-detectable, nigga. So you ain't even gotta worry about getting, you ain't finna catch nothing no way, cause I ain't finna go to bleed. Nigga, you shoot me one, I guarantee you don't get one lick off, nigga. I bet you all the money, all the food in my box. If me and you hit right now, you ain't gonna get one lick off, nigga. You know when he said that, before Tell OG could say anything, bro, I heard somebody say Tutu. Hey, cuz, hey, Tutu. So I go looking over, it's the Crip dude. It ain't about 5 Crips in the dorm, bro. They huddled up on the big floor. And they asked this man, what's up? What going on? You know you good people. You know we ain't finna let nobody jump on you. What's up? You straight up there? Oh, man. Why did he say that? You got to watch part 3 to see what happened next.
Part
Yeah, I like this one. Yeah. What the feeling? 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 Now, what makes this situation even worse? I mean, it's already bad. You know what I'm saying? Tell OG done got smacked. Tutu at my door talking about it, they finna fight. You got the Crips, so-called they self finna stand up for Tutu if we allegedly is planning on causing Tutu some harm. But you know the icing on the cake that made this situation even so much worse? Remember that meal I told y'all that I was eating? I guess I was on my last day of it because a few days had went by. And you know, off and on, but I don't know what I did. I don't know if this was the last day or if it came back. Stomach went to bubbling. I can't tell them that though, because then it's gonna look like, and I mean, the guys know that I ain't on no scary stuff and I ain't finna, you know, like straight up directly avoid a situation like this, especially as far as it has come. I mean, I would try to avoid it. I ain't gonna say I wouldn't avoid it because I would if I could, but I'm not gonna avoid it in a sense where I'm acting like my stomach bubbling and I need to not be present. I need to go in the room and close the door because it just looks too suspicious. So that's why I didn't want to say nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? I hear Big Bruh coming down the range. He like, say Crip gang, what y'all got going on? You know what I'm saying? So by this point, everybody go to coming out of my room. But Tutu came out and linked over the rail. He looked at Big Bro first, then he linked over the rail. And he was like, nah, with y'all. But shit, you know, I handle my own though. You know, I'm a grown man. I handle my own. I don't sit around looking for no help for nobody. You know, I handle my own. So they didn't say nothing to Big Bro, but they would talk back to Tutu. He was like, oh shit, no, we was just shaking, bro. It looked like, you know what I'm saying, folk trying to jump on you or something. Shit, bro, you just know, bro, you got some backup, bro. We ain't gonna let them folk down bad you like that. And then Tutu was like, yeah, I appreciate it, but, you know, I handle my own. I looked at Big Bro, he was walking down the rain, he was chewing a Slim Jim. He bit the Slim Jim. He was like, I'm saying, who the hell you talking about gonna jump on? Who said something about jumping on too? And the Crip dude was like, I'm just saying, all you brothers mounting up. He just slapped your brother. Niggas ain't did nothing. Y'all going in the room having these meetings. Shit, it look like to me y'all finna try to down bad my boy. So I was just letting him know if he need any help. You feel me? So big bro was like, man, go head on with that lame ass shit, man. Ain't nobody finna jump on Tutu, nigga. I fuck with Tutu, nigga. And y'all niggas sitting here doing all that extra shit, nigga acting like y'all gangster. Like, come on, bro. You know just like I know y'all don't want them problems with GD, bro. Y'all, and I was just like, oh my God. That dude was like, what? Nigga, we don't want no problem with GD. Nigga, we ain't go to war with anybody. Nigga, you tripping, nigga. We ain't go to war with anybody, nigga. So that's when I'm like, hold on, folks. Hold on. You feel me? I look back over to the crip dude. I'm like, bro, but for what? What is we doing all that for? He like, no, you need to be talking to your brother. He the one talking crazy. Talking about some. Y'all know y'all don't want no smoke with GD. Like, man, you tripping, huh? Yeah, we respect y'all, nigga, but nigga, we ain't go to war with anybody, nigga. I'm like, bro, really? Y'all in the wrong, folk. So the crick dude like, nigga, how we in the wrong when your brother just said what he said? I said, because you involving yourself in some business that ain't got nothing to do with you. And you know damn well, ain't nobody talk about jumping on no damn tutu. Like, come on, bro. We been in this dorm together long enough. Y'all know that's not what we on. So big bro and the crip dude go back to arguing. So I just so happen to look back at the room. I'm really looking back because I'm thinking about
if you got hit, even as a passenger or in an Uber, you need to try this. I'm an attorney. I've been doing this for years. And I'm standing here because most people
going to use that damn bathroom. But bro, why the hell is Tello G still standing in the back of the cell, bro? I'm looking at this man. We out here on the range. Tutu out here. Tutu was trying to get involved in the middle of me talking to them and Big Bro talking to them. He was like trying to like mediate, like, nah, bro, we good. And then he even went downstairs with the Crips and was like talking to them like, nah, bro, it ain't nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? We good. Y'all tripping, whatever the case is like that. That man Tello G still standing in the back of the cell. That's Tutu done talked them into falling back, chilling out, whatever the case. Because they went to kind of spreading out, and then Tutu went in the room with the one that asked him, was he okay? Big brother looked at me and was like, what's up though? What Tello at? I was like, he right here. So he took a few steps over there, came, looked in the room. He looked at Tello, he shook his head. He said, Cbilliam, round up all the guys, bring them out here, keep 2 outside for security, just in case these crip niggas try something. So he walked in my room. So I went, the few doors right here, I pretty much told him what he just said. And then I just went and made sure everybody else. And then I put 2 guys at the door on security, just some guys that I know, they handle business the proper way if anything go left. I was the last one coming back in the room because I had to make sure everybody else got in there. Bro, the second I walked in that room, Big Bro said, he started calling people name out. One of them was me. He said, Cbilliam, such and such, 90 seconds right now. And then he sounded off the noise. And we got on Tello GS. The thing that's so crazy, bro, that nigga was fighting us back. And I'm talking about, he was like weaving and look like he kind of might have had some hands, you know what I'm saying? But it was really hard to judge because it's 3 people on one. So I can't really say if you just had hands because you're not finna beat all 3 of our ass in this little room. But it looked like he might have got had some grave on them hands, you know what I'm saying? So, like I say, bro, I understand the situation where you saying, somebody got that disease, but it's just hard for me to consume this in my mind that somebody smacked me. And it just was that. Like, I could never fathom no shit like that happening to me, bro. Once we got done doing what we did, that man, Big Bro said, take 6 minutes. And then he pointed out 3 more people. He said his second violation. He told Teller, he said, you got 6 minutes. Get your breathing together, get yourself together. You taking another one for this and this and this. He was violating them on a couple times. He told us we good, and he picked 3 more people. So I decided to go out the room and do security, and one of them guys that was out there came inside. Because, bro, when you be in that little ass room and it be so many people, it get hot as hell in there. Especially when y'all fighting and people sweating and the light on, just all that. Anybody damn near feel claustrophobic, feel like you can't even damn breathe. Standing out there with little bro, I'm out of breath. Be like, "But I heard y'all in there going crazy." I'm like, "Yeah, we just beat the hell out of Tello in that room." And I see Tutu coming, walking up the steps. So Tutu walking up the steps, he come over here. He like, "Hey, CB." I'm like, "What's up, bro?" He was like, "Shit, bro, you know I respect you, bro. I fuck with you." I'm like, "Yeah, for sure. I respect you too. What the business is?" He was like, "Bro, I ain't even gonna cap. I don't feel comfortable not fighting that brother, bro." He like, "Because in the back of my mind, I'm gonna feel like it's always something. He gonna try something." He like, "Bro, nigga got to hit with me or something, bro." So, I had to make a decision to just let Tutu know, like, kind of in a sense, tell him about himself, but not make it seem like I'm just chumping you off or nothing. Because at the end of the day, you got to remember what he got. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but I did have to tell him, like, "Hey, Tutu, now, it's possibly coming to a point where, I feel like you just picking because you clearly hear us up here handling business. You know what I'm saying? I understand what you're saying, but bro, just chill. Let us finish doing what we doing. You know what I'm saying? He like, "Bro, I just ain't gonna feel right." I said 9 times out of 10, that's not finna happen. 'Cause after bro take this ass whooping, we probably finna put him on the dough anyway. So that's probably not gonna happen. You would just have to catch up with him in another dorm or something. So he was like, "Oh, okay, for sure. That for sure. That was up. That was up." So he go to walking up. But when he go to walking off, I noticed two of the Crips like link their head up and looking upstairs. And then when they saw Tutu walking down the steps, they like walked off like, "Oh, okay." Like they checking on him or something. Now at that point, man, and my stomach down bubbling. And my stomach was just down bubbling while I was fighting. Now I feel like they trying us.
We'll pay you to get your CDL and give you a truck driving job with one of the nation's safest carriers, Rail Transport. So if you're unemployed, underemployed, or simply ready for a career change, our program will give you the skills you need to be a professional truck driver. And we'll support you with additional training in your new driving career. Rail Transport has been moving America's freight for over 50 years. And we've been training new drivers for more than 25 years. We know how to be successful. And more important,
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, come on, bro. Don't make me feel like that, bro. Don't make me and I understand getting that stuff sometimes because I have placed myself in situations before, and I'm gonna be honest, that had absolutely nothing to do with me or my guys. Nothing to do with me or my guys. 100%. But it ain't usually a situation like this where I don't even know what's going on. Usually I at least know what's going on before I involve myself. You know what I'm saying? They just jumping into something. And it's like, bro, you don't even know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So they got done doing what they was doing. Everybody flushed out my room except for Big Bruh, Tello, and one other brother. I look back in the room. I'm looking in the room as everybody flushing out. I see the three that just beat his ass because they all out of breath. Tello was beat up, busted up, bleeding. I busted all open. And Big Bruh talking. He's saying something. He talking low, so I don't really know what he's saying, but he's saying something. And the dude who was in there with them was unpacking all Tello's stuff, throwing it on his bed, getting ready to roll his mat up and stuff. So I know they finna put him on the dough. And Big Bruh is talking to Tello G. You know what I'm saying? Tello G just sitting there out of breath, bleeding, keep doing his shirt like this, putting his shirt over his nose, his eye, his mouth, whatever the case. He out of breath. Walk him out. When Big Bruh come out, he like, "Hey, help him, Cbilliam." He's basically the dude who just packed out his property. When he tell me to help him, he just basically saying, give him a little extra security. Because sometimes when a person getting put on a dough, they'll play it cool all the way up until they get to the door. And they know the officer looking, or they know the dough finna get popped, and then they'll try to pop on the person whoever walking them to the door. So he telling me help little bro who's escorting Tello G to the door, just in case Tello G try to pop or do something stupid to little bro. He got some immediate backup. You know what I'm saying? So big bro like on the side. I mean, not big bro, little bro like on the side of Tello G. Tello G walking in the middle of the range with all his property, dragging his property, and I'm walking behind him. I'm still kind of out of breath, and my stomach twisting and turning, doing somersaults. I'm walking behind them. We go to walking down the steps, and I see Tello G mugging somebody. Like he's looking down as he's walking down the steps because I'm behind him. And he like this. But he ain't break his eye contact. So then we get to that first thing, he got to turn and go down another flight of steps. And then he just staring hard. So I'm hoping it's not Tutu that he's sitting right here staring at, bro, because that ain't gonna do nothing but crank this whole situation back up. And this is something the nigga been trying to avoid, you know what I'm saying? Especially the Crips, so-called theyself, trying to involve theyself. And you know, in prison, bro, it is what it is. When it's time for shit to pop off, you know, when you join a gang, group, organization, whatever you want to call it, that's just something you got to be prepared for because, I mean, it is what it is. That's just, it happens. It's inevitable. Stupid shit gonna happen from time to time. But you still want to try to avoid it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you got better luck that way. I feel like, let's say I had 10 fights this year, but I don't start none of them. I only fight in defense. I feel like I ain't gonna never really go out too bad because I'm just responding. I'm not goddamn being no bully. I'm not starting up with nobody. Man, this man go walking down the steps. I was walking kind of slow. I ain't gonna lie, because I had the BGs. I did have the bubble guts, and I was, you know, I was cheek clenching while I'm walking. I needed to use the bathroom back. So when I get to the bottom of the first flight of steps, Tello G and Lil Bruh had just made it to the bottom step. And then when I was turning, getting ready to go to the second flight to go down, I heard a nigga say, "Fuck you staring at, bitch ass nigga, get your whole ass on the door." Then the next thing you heard was a loud Tello G punched the nigga in the mouth. Got to watch part 4 to see who he punched in the mouth and what happened.
We done with this story. This motherfucking story long as shit, Cbilliam.